Like most Supreme Court justices don't get cool nicknames or T-shirts with their faces on them, but Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has become nothing short of a pop culture phenomenon since taking her seat on the High Court back in 1993.
Lately, she's been in the news because of her health. Justice Ginsburg underwent cancer surgery in December and just this past Friday returned to work for the first time.
And this coming weekend, her story could win an Academy Award thanks to the new documentary RBG that retraces her trailblazing career. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is often described as a pop culture phenomenon, complete with her own cult following. She has a recurring role on Saturday Night Live. And her life recently hit the big screen as the subject of the film On the Basis of Sex.
What did you say your name was? Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Outside of the courtroom, her grueling gym workouts are known to many. The documentary RBG gives viewers a look at the justice's private side. There's her collection of robes.
And this one is for dissenting opinion.
And it pokes fun at her lack of cooking skills.
To this day, I still can't eat swordfish after what she did to it.
It wasn't until I was 14 that I encountered a live vegetable.
Earlier in her career, she worked as a lawyer who fought hard for gender equality. She won 5 cases before the Supreme Court during the 1970s, which she talks about in the film.
Men and women are persons of equal dignity, and they should count equally before the law.
You won't settle for putting Susan B. Anthony on the new dollar.
When they would say things like this, how did you respond?
Well, never in anger, as my mother told me. That would have been self-defeating. Always as an opportunity to teach. I did see myself as kind of a kindergarten teacher in those days because the judges didn't think sex discrimination existed. Well, one of the things I tried to plant in their minds was think about how you would like the world to be for your daughters and granddaughters.
So good. Betsy West and Julie Cohen are the directors and producers of RBG. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
This was a gift to the culture to me. It was one of those things where I'm so glad that it was out now. Just talk to us about the fact that we were just saying she was out for a month for lung cancer surgery. She was back to work last Friday. Have you talked to her?
We actually did talk to her 2 weeks ago when we received the news that we were nominated for an Oscar. We called her, we told her. She was very happy for us and quickly segued into talking about getting ready to go back to work, that she had been reading and writing and keeping up with the cases so that she can return to the court.
Nominated for an Oscar. I mean, 2 Oscars, Best Documentary Feature and Best Original Song. I want to ask what the reaction was like, but we actually have it on video. Let's take a look.
No.
RBG.
I'm glad there was a couch there. I'm glad there was a couch there so you didn't fall and hurt yourself.
So dignified. I know, really.
And did you call RBG to tell her?
Yes, we called her right after.
Right afterward.
Quickly, she said she felt the nomination was eminently well-deserved, and obviously that felt great to hear.
Julie, we'd like to take a bit of credit for this documentary here at NBC News. Full disclosure, Julie was a producer here at Dateline for a number of years. Why did you guys feel like it was important to have this story told right now?
You know, Justice Ginsburg's story is incredibly important. People know her for the stinging dissent she's written in recent years, but we knew a larger story. You know, she was the architect of the legal women's rights movement. She's responsible for the idea that men and women under the Constitution need to be treated equally. That's from a series of cases she argued in the 1970s and some big ones, including one huge one she decided in the 90s. She made a big difference, and some of her biggest fans didn't know about it. We wanted to tell the story.
She sort of was emblematic of the resistance before folks started calling it the resistance.
Right. Was there anything that inspired you most or you found surprising, even though I know you knew so much about her going in?
Well, she is a very reserved and quiet person, very intellectual and studious, but she has a fabulous sense of humor. She loves to laugh, and we were very happy that we could make her laugh when we showed her the Saturday Night Live clip.
Yes,
you know, she just, there were a whole bunch of Supreme Court PR people standing there. They didn't know what we were going to do, and when we pressed the button, they all looked, oh no. She waited for a second, and then she burst out laughing. It was so cute.
What about her workouts? You got to experience them firsthand.
Yeah, that was incredible. There'd been a fair amount of legend about the RBG workout. Frankly, we were skeptical until we sat in that room watching her go through her paces with her incredible trainer, Brian Johnson. He does fitness training for military guys. He says RBG is tougher.
Wow. We know she had a unique relationship with the late Justice Antonin Scalia. What about her dynamic with sitting justices now?
You know, Justice Ginsburg is someone who is extremely collegial. It's very important for her to have good relationships with all the people that she works with, even those with whom she doesn't agree. You know, maybe it's kind of practical because how are you going to convince people to come over to your side? I mean, you want them to like you, and she's someone who people really like.
At a time when we're so divided, I actually found it very timely because she even kind of talked about that. You can disagree with someone and still sit down and watch an opera, you know what I mean, and still just enjoy someone's friendship. So I think it was timely. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Good luck.
Yes.
Good luck.
Very much.
We'll have another camera on you.
Yes, I know.
The documentary is RBG. Again, good luck this weekend at the Oscars. We'll be right back.